Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. Signs of the times. Bad signs for leftism. Good signs for conservatives. If you want to contact us, KJRadio.com. Share these clips. On demand, you can get this stuff anytime you want. Search for it. It's a cool site. Go to KJRadio.com. If you want to call the show, 844-551-8255. So, I was remembering the feeling of 9/11 because this day is certainly symbolic now. I mostly remember 9/12. Wrote speeches about it because I will never forget that feeling, that commercial where those flags are lined up on those brownstones. When you come, they would just show, the camera angle showed you all the flags at every house on this block. It was like a Coke commercial or something, who knows, but that was the way we felt on 9/12, and we don't feel that way anymore. 9/11 it's another horrible day, and 9/12 is nothing close to what we felt. Would you have predicted after 9/11, when it happened, the strife that we currently experience in this country, the racial divide that Barack Obama brought? Would you have predicted that on 9/12? Would you have predicted that we would be building more mosques than churches after 9/12? Would you have predicted that Antifa, the left's new and not so improved version of Occupy Wall Street, would be terrorizing this country, citizens of this country who have finally said, we want to get this country back? Who would have predicted? If you can tell me, Kevin, I would have predicted it. I'm telling you, no, you wouldn't. Not on 9/12. The world as we knew it changed. Think about the billions and it's trillions now of dollars we've put into security. After 9/12, they started charging you that crazy amount of money on your airline ticket for Homeland Security, and you were less secure post 9/12 than you were prior to 9/12. Oh, you don't believe me? Go look at the number of attacks that happened on Barack Obama's watch. Forget Bush. We had paid all that money. And you know what happened? We got the Boston Marathon bombing. We got the New York Central Times Square. It didn't go off, but the guy wanted it. He tried to bomb them. It just didn't detonate. We had airplane guys with their sneakers. We had attacks on military bases, off military bases. We had attacks at Christmas parties. You name it. We had attacks on subways after paying trillions for protection. Let me tell you, I would rather pay the mafia than to pay the government. At least the mafia, you will be protected. Nobody's going to bother your bodega if you pay off, old Guido. But if you pay the government, they go on vacation. They go golfing. George Bush handed over we gave our rights away in the Patriot Act, and George Bush implemented surveillance and all kinds of stuff. We paid certainly billions and billions, but I think it was probably in the trillions by now. And what did we get? We got more spying on us than we got spying on the bad guys. So what are you talking about? We paid for nothing. Barack Obama made sure that money was wasted. Might as well have given it to the Taliban. Shoot. Unbelievable. And Black Lives Matter. Who would have, would you have believed after 9/11 on 9/12, the day after the towers went down, that we would be talking about cops, first responders being the bad guys in this country, and that they're out killing black folks? When did that notion, that silly notion, even start to occur? During the time of baby black Jesus. And what's their status? They're funded. But what is the status of Black Lives Matter? Ask the average person in this country, I'm talking about off the record, do you believe that nonsense or not? And I'll guarantee you the numbers would blow your mind. They don't believe it. They're like, get that nonsense, Black Lives Matter. What are you talking about? Cops aren't out killing black folks. Black people are killing each other in record numbers. Black folks don't give a crap about black lives, and they want to say cops are the problem. But I would have never predicted that we would be talking about this subject at this time on 9/12 of 2001. There's no way I would have believed it. And so they did a poll on Twitter. Leftists, it was either Mediaite or Politico, one of them. They did a poll and they said something about who's your favorite president, or who do you think has done the best as president? And Donald Trump, on a leftist poll where they thought that Donald Trump was going to get crushed, he was at 67%. You talk about poll backfire. I don't know if it was 67. It was in the 60s. Like 63. It was, I guarantee you this, it was no lower than 61. But I think it was 63 or 67. But it was a huge number. Barack Obama, 26%. George Bush was like 8. Jimmy Carter, like 2. Bill Clinton got something like 17. Something like that. Just to put it in perspective. It was soundly Donald Trump, then Barack Obama, close to next to him, Bill Clinton, then Bush, then Carter. It was ridiculously low. I don't know if Reagan was there. I have to look at it. But it just goes to show you how detached the left is. They do not want to believe that a correction is occurring. Y'all weathering the storm? Are you looking at the signs of the times? Barack Obama is being soundly ridiculed, folks. He came out, Donald Trump better not do anything with DACA. My unconstitutional act as president when I issued an executive order that I really couldn't issue. And if he touches it, what? What's his threat? I talked about it the other day. It's as empty of a threat as you can have. Now, maybe people, Barack Obama's building that army of people underneath him. Well, where is it? What's it doing? Is it undermining Donald Trump? If you believe it's working to the point where it's undermining him, all right, fine, believe that. Donald Trump is going to get accomplished what he wants to get accomplished, with or without the Republicans, with or without the Democrats, and he'll figure out which way to play him, but he won't be able to do it without you. Trump has demoralized the Republican establishment as people have begun to understand the genius of what he just did. Where's the Democrats' message? I'm just giving you some signs here. You interpret them any way you want. I'm the guy looking at giving the tea leaves, okay? The Democrats' message of better, better, better was ridiculed. Their new message is what? Anybody? Stop criticizing the president. Start acting in conjunction with him. Start at least listening to him. He's got good ideas. Do you think that came out of thin air? You think the Democrats, who have nothing but vitriol and a vested interest in saving their hides, you think they came out of nowhere with that strategy? They came out with that strategy for survival.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.